Imagine yourself in a Swiss stadium on July 9, 2025, the roar of 60,000 fans echoing around you as England's Lionesses chase every ball like it's the final whistle, and then realize the real headline isn't who scored, but a royal passing of the torch that could reshape the future of every playground and park across the UK. Surrounded by banners and chants, Prince William, scarf casually draped over his shoulders, paused the football action with a moment of quiet ceremony. Rather than a ceremony behind palace gates, he chose the pitch itself to step down as president of Fields in Trust after 12 years and to hand over leadership to former Lioness superstar Jill Scott. Think of it as the ultimate community huddle, no gold thrones or red carpets, just pure, unfiltered connection between sport, service, and shared green spaces. Fields in Trust was born a century ago, in 1925, amid the rubble and rebuilding of post-World War I Britain. Back then, reformers watched working-class neighborhoods lose every patch of grass to new housing and industrial projects. They imagined Victorian children in moth-eaten coats, dreaming of open fields to kick makeshift balls, only to face brick walls instead of flower-strewn meadows. In response, they lobbied council after council, securing 2,500 acres of parks and playgrounds by 1930. Their mantra was simple: every child deserves safe, welcoming space to run, play, and grow. Through the Great Depression and World War II, those precious playfields became havens of normalcy for families battered by hardship. In the 1950s, when city planners drafted urban expansion, Fields in Trust councillors, armed with petitions and passionate pleas, insisted that green spaces remain sacrosanct. Their advocacy shaped the 1947 Town and Country Planning Act, embedding play space protections into law. Generations learned to ride bikes, toss frisbees, and share secret clubhouse rituals beneath the shade of oaks thanks to those early victories. In 1958, Prince Philip accepted the presidency, embracing a role he held for an astonishing 63 years. He wasn't content with just marking anniversaries, he transformed the charity. Under his guidance, Fields in Trust evolved from a children-only focus to a broader mission encompassing nature reserves, conservation corridors, and community orchards. He famously declared, "If a nation loses its common ground, it loses its very roots." During his tenure, the charity protected tens of thousands of sites, from riverside promenades beloved by dog walkers to hidden pocket parks nestled between apartment blocks. When Prince William assumed the mantle in 2010, it wasn't mere tradition, he carried a personal passion. He recalled childhood afternoons spent chasing footballs across palace lawns, his ears filled with birdsong and laughter rather than paparazzi shutters. As a young husband and father, he videotaped Prince George's first swing, taught Princess Charlotte to spot her first ladybird, and hosted community field days where local schools competed in three-legged races under fluttering bunting. Over 12 years, he launched the Greenfields Challenge across 200 towns, inspiring each to pledge new protected sites, resulting in over 1,200 acres secured in 5 years. Unveiled the Silver Oak Covenant in 2017, planting an oak in every protected field to commemorate Queen Elizabeth II's Sapphire Jubilee, trees now standing tall across the nation. Turned Windsor Great Park into a family festival ground with field days, drawing 10,000 visitors annually for football clinics, eco-workshops, and open-air concerts. By 2021, a YouGov survey found that 72% of Britons recognised Fields in Trust by name, up from 27% when William started, a testament to the power of combining royal visibility with grassroots action. Yet as William's role expanded, global mental health campaigns, climate summits, heritage conservation across the Commonwealth, his time on muddy pitches waned. Stepping aside was strategic, a way to ensure the charity remained vibrant while he tackled pressing international issues. Enter Jill Scott. Jill's story reads like a playbook for modern leadership. Raised on a council estate in Sunderland, she found freedom and friendship on a local pitch, one her parents couldn't afford a car to visit, yet within walking distance of every home. Rising through youth leagues, she made her England debut at 17, then starred for Manchester City and Everton before earning UEFA and Olympic medals. Her midfield mastery combined vision, seeing the perfect pass before anyone else, with relentless work rate. Off the pitch, she volunteered at community centres, organised charity matches, and mentored young girls dreaming of professional careers. Awarded an MBE for services to football, Jill brings more than star power. She embodies the charity's grassroots spirit and understands the barriers families face: scruffy fields overgrown with weeds, playgrounds missing swings, schoolyards turned blacktop deserts. As she steps into her new role, her plans include: Goal for Greens pop-up tournaments. Imagine street football matches in urban estates, with portable goals and music blasting, kids learning footwork and civic pride simultaneously. Each event launches a campaign to secure funding for new mini-pitches. Outdoor Science Saturdays. Collaborations with local schools unleashing little biologists on bug hunts, soil workshops, and tree identification walks, demonstrating that every worm has a role in a healthy ecosystem. Parks Passport app. A digital trail rewarding families for visiting diverse fields in trust sites. Each check-in earns badges: Woodland Wanderer, Lake Lookout, Meadow Maestro, unlocking community grants for local improvement projects. Microgrant Pocket Park Program. Small pots of funding allowing neighborhood groups to convert derelict lots into vibrant green havens, complete with benches, wildflower beds, and community art installations. Despite the fanfare, a hidden crisis simmers beneath the headlines. 1 in 3 UK children under 12 lacks a quality playground within a 10-minute walk of home. Urban redevelopment often prizes luxury flats over play areas, reducing green space per person below the 9 square meters recommended by the World Health Organization. For elderly residents, that means long treks to distant parks, discouraging daily walks that lower hypertension and boost mental health. When parks vanish, social isolation deepens, childhood obesity rises, and communities lose informal classrooms where life's first lessons unfold. Parks aren't mere niceties. Research from the University of Exeter shows that living within 300 meters of green space reduces depression rates by 7% and anxiety by 9%. A study in The Lancet found that regular outdoor activity cuts cardiovascular disease risk by 15%. Protected green spaces act as social infrastructure. Dementia-friendly gardening groups meet weekly, dog walking clubs greet new residents, and food foraging programs harvest fruit for food bank donations. They're theatres of childhood wonder and refuges of elder wisdom. Now, as Fields in Trust celebrates 100 years, the charity stands on the cusp of its next chapter. Key achievements include: 1947 Town and Country Planning Act, embedding play-space protections in national law. Millennium Commons Initiative, 2000 safeguarding over 5,000 acres of urban green belts. Digital mapping launch, 2015 democratizing access data so anyone can locate protected spaces within seconds. For the second century, their goal is bold: protect an additional 5,000 acres by 2030, ensure 95% of UK communities have a Fields in Trust site within a 15-minute walk, and create climate-resilient corridors connecting wildlife havens across cities. But grand plans need grassroots muscle. Here's how you reading this, can join the frontline. Visit fieldsintrust.org to discover and support your local protected site. Write or email your local councillor demanding green space requirements for new developments. Share a photo of your childhood playground with #MyGreenPlay, encouraging others to petition for protections. Volunteer at community planting days, digging spades and sharing tea with neighbours. Because history isn't passive. A century ago, reformers fought rubble with petitions. Today, we face new foes: climate extremes, funding shortfalls, and land value pressures. But with Jill Scott's dynamic leadership, backed by a legacy of royal dedication and public passion, Fields in Trust is set to champion green spaces that nourish bodies, minds, and communities for generations to come. Next time the Lionesses thrill you with a last-minute goal, remember the same spirit fuels our parks. From stadium cheers to neighborhood laughs, each shout, each footstep, each planted sapling carries forward a century of conservation. It's our turn to play and to protect. Will you join the team?